Hi, hello, welcome back to the channel. And today we are replacing the driver's side headlight, not the bulb, but the whole housing on this F10 BMW. This process should be the same for the F10 BMW, the F11, I think it's the F18 and the F07, whichever one's the hatchback. Okay, so what I like to do when I'm replacing something like this is look at the new part first. This kind of gives you an idea of where the hardware is that you're gonna have to remove. Okay, so if you see the headlight here, you have the curvy bit there, which is you see it right here. So the left side of this headlight, you look along the top of it, and there are 2 points, 2 mounting points. You have to remove the hardware here and here. On this side, and on the right side of the headlight, it looks like you have just this one up here. That's along the end of it. Okay, and if you flip the headlight over underneath, this is what you're gonna find. You know, kind of where the wheel well is, and so underneath it, you have two. And I would remove the tire, the front driver's side tire, to get these underneath, get those out. So we have to lift the car just on that side of the car, and yeah, remove the tire so we can remove these with nothing in our way, remove the fender liner behind there. But I'll show you guys that in a second. Okay, so to start, you want to open this flap here. It's going to give you some access. You're going to have to pull back the weather stripping that's right here to expose what you're going to work with, just like that. The next thing, you're going to pop up, you see all these tabs around here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. Okay, you're going to just go around here and pop up this little middle piece on each of them. Okay, and what I like to do is, once I pop those up, I come through with some needle nose pliers and just go right under that piece, pull the middle out. All you have to do is pull all the middle tabs out. Okay, just like that. Don't lose them. This one already came out. I also missed these in the middle. There's some in the middle. Yep. Okay, once you have all the middle pieces up, you want to just carefully come around to each clip. You can kind of just pull them out one by one. Just, you know, work your way around it. Oh, we lost one down there. We'll get that later. There's one here. Keep them all in the same place. So yeah, just keep going around and take all these out. Okay, so once I get all the clips out, I'm not gonna remove this. I'm just gonna kind of reach around and let me show you. Once you pull this back here, it exposes your hardware. This here is a T30 Torx. There's one there, and there's one there. You'll just have to remove these two on this side. Then you come over here, and then there's your third one that you saw on the new headlight. Okay, then you come and loosen them. I've already broken them loose. Okay, now that you have your hardware out of the top side of the headlight, now you have to get to the one that's underneath the headlight, which involves removing the front tire. So these are 17 millimeter lugs. So you just go around here and break these loose. Do not remove them, just break them loose. Okay, there's a spot underneath here where you can jack the car. Okay, you're under the rearview mirror right here. It's this little hole here. Usually there's a pad right here. It's a jacking point for the car. The pad's missing from this side, but you can still use this to lift the car, this area. It's right behind the driver's wheel. Okay, once you know, you loosen the lugs, you get your jack, use the point that I told you about. Okay, and once it's in the air, and you take the tire off, I usually like to just shove the tire underneath the car in case anything happens, but you can also use a jack stand. You're supposed to use a jack stand. Okay, and once you're in here, you have to remove a bunch of what look like 8mm. They're probably 10, but you have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, was it like 12 of these? I think you just have to remove these 12 or 13. There's one right there. So remove those 13 fasteners, and this front half of this should come out. So let's see what happens. So I like to just go around, break all of these loose, and then I'll come back around with just the socket itself and remove them even faster. Now, if you have power tools, it's great in this situation, which I do. I'm just gonna do it this way, because why not? It doesn't take too long. I'm not in a hurry today. Okay, so once you have all 13 fasteners removed, you can come to the top of this, just work the panel out, just like that. And yeah, just go along it, just, you know, work its way out. Okay, so I found it easier if you take the duct out up here first, set that off somewhere. It comes out a little easier. Okay, now once you get this off, now you see why we removed it, because here are your 2 bolts. There's one here hiding underneath where this harness is. There's one right there, and the other one, wow, that's far in there. It's right there. You see right there. Yep. Okay, so after those are out, your headlight is now loose. You see here, your headlight is now loose. So now you just have to get the bumper from around the headlight. And to do that, you should remove these 2 8mm fasteners that you see here on the bumper. It's 1, 2, you see them here. That's not part of it. Once you do that, you should be able to pry this forward a little bit, and that may give you just enough access. See, to get this out. Okay. So I've also discovered, if you remove these other T30s, there's a T30 here, T30 here. It's just like this one here. If you remove these, it gives you a little more space to move around the front nose. See, like that. And also, there's 10 millimeters here. If you remove these 10 millimeters, just like this one back here, it gives you a little more play to move the fender a little bit too. So that all that together will, you know, give you enough to get this out. So also, don't forget to remove the headlight connector. It's right there. It's right there. You just squeeze these two little tabs, one on top and bottom. It just pops out. Wow, there's some water in there. So this is probably why the headlight failed in the first place. The seal for the headlight probably failed and let all this water and moisture into it, causing the headlight to fail, or short circuit. So yeah, this shape is kind of really deep inside of here, so it's very difficult to get this off with the bumper in place. So you have to come straight forward. Now, there's a way to cheat it where you don't have to remove the bumper, but you are going to have to remove all of those torques that we were talking about. And over here, just the same way you did on the driver's side, you're going to just pop these up, get them out of the top. So your objective here is to remove all the hardware up top so you can bend this forward. I think I just have this last T30 bolt here. So you want to take all the T30s out of the front where the nose is to give yourself some more leverage to get the headlight out. Okay, so afterwards I like to put both headlights side by side and just make sure everything is the same before I install the new one. Anything that you have to swap over, any hardware, this is the time to do it. This one already has bulbs in it, so I don't have to worry about that. This little piece here that Depot puts on their version keeps this plate in place. I don't think you have to have that because this is just screws on, but I'm going to leave that there because I think that what happened on this one is we didn't have that piece, and we didn't have, you know, this little extra screwed in piece here to make sure that this was secure. You have to remove that to even take this off. So that's good that we have a fail-safe for this cap. All right, so yeah, let's put this new one in. It already has bulbs in it, so installation is just the reversal of the removal. Okay, after you have your new one set in place, just come under here, plug back in your connector. Where is the connector? Connector's here. Make sure it plugs up before you do anything else. Make sure you have all the right stuff before you bolt anything in place. All right. Make sure you test the new part, that everything's working. This one looks good. Okay, then after you have the liner back in and everything back together, you can put your tire back on and you're done. And just like that, everything's back together and working. You do have to aim your headlights to make sure that they're level. The new one that we installed, you know, it's pointed towards the ground, and you can't really see at night with that. It's basically doing what a fog light does. So what we want to do is now adjust that. Okay, what I like to do when adjusting these, okay, so you open the flap here, your adjustment tool is here. So this takes a number 6 hex, and basically you're going to insert this here and turn it clockwise or counterclockwise, and that's going to move the projector housing up and down and aim your headlight. So that's what we're going to do now. So when I'm doing this, I like to aim the car at something, and as you can see, the right side is pointed outward and the left one, the driver's side, is pointed down. So we want to adjust this until the driver's side is aimed just like the passenger side is. And you're just going to take your tool, turn it either clockwise or counterclockwise, and as you can see, I'm turning it clockwise right now, and it is going up. It's aiming ever so slightly upward. We're just going to keep turning that until it's even with the other side. And yeah, that should do it. So that concludes our headlight installation. And I hope this helps somebody. And yeah, come for the next one. And don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, take care. Bye-bye.